y'all, I'm here to talk about the books I read in January, the physical books I've read in January. I'm going to start with Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first Brandon Sanderson novel I'd ever read. It's 600 something pages long. It is, I believe, his YA series written in like 2006. The thing about novels written in like 2000s, they're full of tropes, and this one hits all of them. There's the chosen one. Vin is the main character. She's doesn't know she knows she has luck, but doesn't know she's got power. Then turns out she's the most powerful one, and she's got to save the day, and it's great. I really enjoyed it, but the thing about it is it's kind of completely finished, and I don't know if it's worth finishing this series. I do enjoy this story, and I'll enjoy how he writes, but it's so long. This is a kind of a mass market paperback, and the pages are thin, and I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you think it's worth finishing the series, if it's worth putting in the time and effort, because I'm not real sure. The next I read was Tuesday Mooney Talks to Ghost by Kate Recollia. This was on my books to read in 2020. I bought this in 2019 and never got around to it. This was about Tuesday Mooney, a girl who is haunted, or she believes she's haunted by her past, by history. It's friendship heavy, finding yourself, telling your story, learning how to open up to people. Her best friend is named Dex, Poindexter for short. It's about a quest, a game. A man with a whole lot of money dies, and they have to figure out what his memorial is trying to tell them. They go on a game and find clues and end up in this house, and there's a bad guy, there's a mystery. You don't finish all of the mysteries in this, but I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. There's several different sidekicks, a small romance, but nothing smutty. I really liked it. Recommend it. Next, I read first fantasy novel of the month, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This was very dark. I mean, it is called The Poppy War, so it's considered grimdark. Lots of sexual violence, gore, death, all those are involved. If you can't read those or don't want to read those, I wouldn't recommend it. I really enjoyed it though. It's filled with Chinese mythology. Ren, the main character, ends up going to this school. It's a military school where she learns this magical way to talk to gods and commune with gods, and that she's part of this land that she didn't know that it had been massacred. These people had been massacred. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to continue on with the series. The next in the series, called The Dragon Republic, I probably will try to pick that up sometime, hopefully this year. I liked it. And it also filled a challenge slot for me. So, there you go. The next I read, The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. Is it going to focus? No. There we go. The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I'll be 110% honest with you. I picked this up because this cover is fantastic. I have the Kindle book too. I bought it while it was on sale forever ago, and then I picked up the paperback copy when I saw it in store because it's beautiful. Kristen Hanna writes historical fiction. This is set in Alaska in 1974. The Albrights are a family in crisis. They go to Alaska to live off the grid, to be homesteaders. The dad, I can't remember his name. Cora Albright is the wife, and 13-year-old Lenny. And Cora and Lenny are extremely close. Her dad was actually a POW during Vietnam. He's come back from the war, and he's not who he was before the war. Lenny was so young when that happened, she doesn't really remember her dad, doesn't really remember the good times because he's not that great. There's domestic violence involved, heavy domestic violence. If you're not prepared for that, there's some injuries, some death. I loved the setting. I loved the way Kristen Hanna built Alaska for me. You feel like you're there in Alaska, but she put so many things, like obstacles, so much in this book that it feels kind of like a soap opera. Like it was one thing after the other, but I loved it. It was good. Highly recommend it. Next one I really didn't enjoy, The Deep River Solomon, which is, it's awful that I didn't really enjoy this because it's mermaids. The thing about this I think I didn't really enjoy was because it's based on a song and I've never heard the song, which is on me. It's about these mermaids who live in a state where they forget everything. They don't remember their lives on purpose, and they have one person who remembers everything for them. And she is their history. She is their the storyteller. And once a year she gets them all together and they tell the story, and then she takes it all back. These mermaids are descendants from slaves. During those times, they fell in the war, and then the whales took care of them, and they all of a sudden become, or they're babies of the slaves, pregnant slaves. It was good, but it was just not for me. Very detailed. It was okay. Next was Come Tumbling Down by Seanan McGuire. This is the 5th book in a series, so I'm not going to try and spoil it for you, except to tell you it's based in the moors with Jack and Jill as the main characters. Jack and Jill is also the main characters of Sticks and Bones, the second in this series. I love them so much. I was so excited to find out that Come Tumbling Down was based on Jack and Jill in the moors because it's my favorite world in this Portal Fantasy series. I would really recommend going and buying Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. It's the first one. It's my favorite one based on Nancy. Like, it's kind of a twisted version of Alice in Wonderland. There's kids that fall in these worlds. One of them is Beneath a Sugar Sky, set in a world full of water, and it's about Cora, and she's a mermaid, and I love these. They're real short. They're novellas from Tor. I love Tor novellas. I've said that in like 15 videos now. If you love Portal Fantasies, if you love Alice in Wonderland, if you love weird, go pick these up. Really recommend it. But that was my 6 physical books for the year. I hit my 12 books. I hit 3 graphic novels. My goals for the month were met, reading wise. I'm going to change up how I do reading wrap-ups because I don't want to have to break up in between Kindles and physical every month, and sometimes the film just gets too long. But my camera's about to die, so I'm kind of trying to rush through it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to tell me what you read in the month, comment down below, and I'll see y'all guys later. Thank y'all.